Body scan meditation. Please get in a comfortable position, sitting down or laying on your back, whatever feels comfortable. Once you're in the position, become very aware of your breathing posture. Become very aware of your stomach as we begin to breathe in and breathe out. Becoming very aware of our inhalation and our exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation, exhalation. As we breathe in, breathe out, our heartbeat begins to slow down, our blood pressure is slowing down, and our bodies becoming connected to each other, all parts of it becoming in unison with one another. As we begin to get ready to close our eyes and prepare for meditation. It's time now for our mind to access all parts of its body in a scanning process that starts with its toes. So begin now by accessing your toes, the bottoms of your feet, becoming aware of your toes, just feeling your toes move, noticing how your toes move elegantly, gracefully, maybe slightly awkward, but noticing how the toes move, feeling the muscles and the bones and the tissue of your body moving, allowing for the body to move, scanning any emotional, physical, or psychological issue may be taking place or being held in your toes or in your feet, noticing these issues. I'm taking the time now to clear these issues just by being aware of them, clearing them by moving them away from your body, allowing them to be released as we scan further up the body. Begin to scan your ankles. While we scan your ankles, we become aware of the tissue and the cells that exist in your ankles, the muscles that take place in your ankles. Just scanning your ankles, becoming aware of any pain or psychological distress. If you may access any pain or psychological distress in your ankles, release it now. Move it away from your body. Notice it and allow it to be released. Release it away from you as you continue to scan up your body, moving towards your calves. Just feeling your calves, scanning the muscles of your calves, flexing and unflexing the muscles of your calves. As you notice any pain or distress, allowing yourself to hold on to any positive emotion, positive light that may be experienced at this time, cleansing any negatives as you scan through your body. The body holds stress. It's time to scan and release the stress. As you move to your knees, which hold a heavy burden on you and on your stress, notice your knees, notice the muscles and the skeletal tissue that involve your knees. Feel any psychological or pain, distress that amounts to your knees. And take the time now to hold on to that distress and then release the distress. Just release the distress into the world, into the air, letting go and cleansing your body of the distress. Just cleansing the body of the distress. As you move into your hamstrings, becoming very connected to the way the hamstrings feel, becoming connected to the muscular tissue of the hamstrings, becoming aware of the flexing and unflexing of your hamstring muscles, and noticing any distress that you may have in your hamstrings, psychological, traumatic, painful distress. If you may have any distress experienced in this part of the body, it's time to become aware of the distress and release it. Release this distress into the world. Allow it to be away from you. Scan it and allow it to be released from your body. Just release it from your body as we continue to scan up our body into our stomach area, becoming very aware of the digestive part of our body, the digestion tract of our stomach, noticing all the cells that make up our stomach, noticing the body's posture in the stomach, the cells and the strength of our body at the core of the body, the stomach region. Allowing ourselves to become aware of any of the distress, the psychological impairment, the difficulties we have that come from our stomach, the pain, anything that goes on in our stomach region, allowing ourselves to release it, to release that pain, that distress. As we scan through our body, as we scan through our stomach, we release the distress, we release it into the air, into the world, releasing the distress as we scan through those cells, the tissue in the body, becoming aware of our cleansing self. Our cleansing self as we move towards our solar plexus and heart, becoming strikingly aware of our heart, just noticing our heart now and the power our heart generates, becoming very aware of how our heart feels, just scanning our heart, and noticing our heartbeat, allowing our heart to beat slowly and steadily at this time. Just becoming aware of the heart beating slowly and steadily at this time. As it beats slowly and steadily, we allow any psychological distress or pain to move away from our heart. Any distress around our heart to move away, cleansing this area of our body, cleansing the area around our heart, cleansing this area as we become very aware of our heart beating steadily, very steadily beating. Just beating steadily, aware of our heartbeat. As we scan into our throat area, becoming aware of how our throat feels, and allowing our throat to be felt, our voice box to be felt, our words to be felt. We scan this area, just scan it for the muscles and the tissue, allowing it to be noticed and felt. We become very aware of any psychological pain or distress in this area. Just become aware of the psychological distress or pain, releasing it into the world, cleansing the throat, cleansing the body. As we move into our last part of the body, the brain, becoming aware of our brain, the tissue, the muscle that is our brain, becoming aware of our brain and how our brain feels, becoming very aware of our brain and how our brain feels, how our brain works for us, how our brain can work against us. Gently becoming aware of the psychological positives and negatives in our brain. Taking the time to let go of the psychological negatives. Letting go of those negatives right now. Just letting go of the negatives. Letting go of the pain. Scanning the brain for the pain and letting go of it. Letting go of that pain. Cleansing this brain. Cleansing it. Holding the body and brain as a clean whole with a steady heartbeat, preparing ourselves to return to the room as a cleansed whole with a steady heartbeat, cleansed and steady, ready to return. Cleansed and steady, steady heartbeat, cleansed mind and brain.